Supermicro Computer was up 2% last week. It's up 25% in the last month and over 50% in the last 3 months. So SMCI is looking bullish right now. It's moving up. It has broken a trend line in this pennant pattern here. It does look good for an entry above $55, trading up towards that target of 122, an upside of 125%. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a price analysis for SMCI and potential trade opportunities. Let's take a look. I'd like to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/DavidB for the 5 best stocks to buy now. Use my special link to get $200 off their epic annual subscription. Now, if you find value in my analysis of SMCI stock today or other stocks on my channel, you may also find value in my email newsletter. If you subscribe, I'll send you professional trading tips to help you make more profits trading stocks. Link down below. Check it out. So on the weekly chart for Supermicro Computer, we can see this stock has been trending up since November last year. And since it reached that low of 1722, it has been moving up in stages. And you can see I've added this medium to long-term trend line here, capturing this price trough down here of 1730. And also these troughs moving up. One here, about $27, and this one, $28. So you can see each time SMCI stock has moved up, it has been sold off to find a higher base. This level here, $25, and so on. So it does look as if it's trending up and trying to reach higher prices. However, on the upper side, you can see since this price peak here of $122, it did trend down, and you can see you've got a number of these lower highs moving downwards, and you've got these higher lows moving upwards. And you can see that it's created this pennant style pattern, which generally means as price compresses into this final third of the pennant shape, that price tends to break out either to the upside or the downside. And it does look as if now SMCI is breaking out to the upside. It does look as if price want to take the price higher. So this is a bullish indicator. Key price levels for Supermicro Computer include this all-time high level up here, around about $122. Now, underneath that, we can see SMCI was sold off from that peak. It did find support around about this level here of $66. And I'll put that one in green because that's an important level. We've got a support level here, and also we've got resistance here. And this probably is going to be your next price target if you enter a trade with SMCI over the next few weeks. Now, underneath 66, we've got a strong level of $50 for Supermicro Computer. So let's mark that one up there. You can see here it trended back up and found resistance back in October 2024. Came close here in December, and most recently it has traded up in the week commencing 23rd of June. It had a go there. If I zoom in so we can see a bit closer, it had a go there, got rejected. It tried again the following week, got rejected again. It broke through in the first week of July, but actually closed underneath that level. 2 weeks ago, SMCI broke through that $50 resistance and did close the other side. And more convincingly last week, SMCI continued to push higher. It did trend down last week and did test the selling action. It did trend down to test 48.68, but the price came back in and they actually closed last week high, closing around $54.50. So a bullish sign for SMCI. After the last 4 to 5 weeks price action, it does look as if now this stock has broken through $50 and it wants to move higher. There's also some short-term support for SMCI around about $37, and also corresponding to the trend line, you've got some support here around about $25 as well. And you can see I've already marked up that price trough of $17. So right now, SMCI is trading above that key level of $50 and underneath that price target of $66. And overall, it's looking bullish. It has broken above this upper trend line, breaking out of this pennant shape, showing that the bulls want to take the price higher towards 66. Now we can see on screen, there has been a total of 8 weeks up for SMCI stock. So 8 weeks with the price nudging higher and higher. So it's more than likely that there could be a couple of red bars coming in the next few weeks. A bit of a breather for the buying and potentially to test the selling interest. And hopefully, if buyers are in control and they want to go higher, that'll be confirmed if there is some selling, but the selling action is contained above the $50 level. That would be a real bullish indicator that the buyers want to stay in control and take this stock towards $66. And based on SMCI breaking that $50 level, and now it's closed 2 weeks in a row above that level, very strong close last week at $55. If you're looking medium term, you could enter this stock next week on market open, potentially target 66 or hold it longer term. This company is in a strong sector and it is looking good. However, for a shorter term trade, you could consider marking up last week's price peak of around about $55 as a potential entry, with the expectation that there is a pullback next week. There might not be, but if there is a pullback next week, you could wait then for price to trade above this $55 level. And if you were to enter that potential trade, putting your stop loss under this price low here, about 15% from $55 entry, it's about 22% upside to that $66 target. So a risk to reward of 1.36, which is not amazing, but it's okay. However, you probably could target the level above, looking towards perhaps this level here, corresponding to that psychological round number of $100. That could be an 85% upside, risk to reward of 5.4. And of course, if there's no resistance there and the price action is looking bullish, you could continue to hold it and target that 122 level. So overall upside of 125% for super micro for a medium to long term trade. Based on the price action, very bullish the last 8 weeks. I would expect there to be a couple of red bars potentially in the next few weeks, just to see how much selling there is around about this $50 level, and if price can hold above it, proving that buyers want to take this towards 66. Now, for a more bearish scenario, it is possible that we do get some red bars next week, perhaps 2 or 3 weeks. And there is a chance that the price action could work its way back down towards this trend line. So you can see over time, SMCI has traded up. It's come back to find support, creating a higher base, a new peak here, back towards this base here of $27. Again, higher base. It's moved up, and there's only been some small selling since this last move up. And the buyers are in control and taking the price much higher. So potentially with such bullish price action over the last 8 to 10 weeks, there is a risk that there will be more selling and price could come back a little bit lower, could be towards $40 to test this medium term trend line. So that's one possibility for a bearish scenario. I think the next 2 weeks are going to show who wants to take control. I think we are due a red bar to test the selling. But if you look at the selling action back here after that rise, there was only 2 weeks of selling action. It only moved down, it was under 50% of this initial move up. So I think if we do get some selling in the next 2 weeks and the price can stay above maybe $45, that's a very bullish sign. I do think then you could think about entering after price moves back up and breaks 55. So that's one possible trade scenario. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you bullish on Supermicro Computer? Perhaps you're in the trade now. I'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks for watching.